Most of you won't finish this video. Actually, only about 15% of people usually finish a long video all the way through. By the time I finish this sentence, some of you will already be gone, pulled by a notification, a text, another dopamine hit. And honestly, I don't blame you. All of us have been there. I've been there myself as well. But my challenge to you today is take control of every single impulse in your body right now and in the moments to come, and just sit through this whole video, no matter how boring it is or intriguing it is for you. Just for a few minutes, watch this whole video, be in the moment, and build your capacity for stillness. Because even if you don't learn anything from this video, you will leave it feeling motivated. I promise you that. Let's get started. There are hundreds of videos on YouTube about motivation versus discipline. Some of the ideas are unique, some of them are recycled. So for a very long time, I didn't want to make a video on this topic, as I've already made one on discipline about a year ago. But then I realized something. There are more than 120 million active users on YouTube every single day. And if my version helps even one person, it's worth posting. Because the truth is, I'm not the same person I was a year ago, and what I've learned since then about discipline, motivation, and productivity is worth talking about. In 2024, I was stuck. I would sit on my phone waiting to feel motivated, waiting for the right mood, waiting for that spark to hit. I thought motivation was something that just came to you. But here's the problem there. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are very unreliable. They come, they go, and they disappear exactly when you need them the most. And when you are living a sedentary lifestyle, overstimulated by scrolling on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, the chances of motivation actually coming to you are zero. It's literally like waiting to win the lottery. Unless something dramatic happens in your life, you don't change. And that was me. I was frying my dopamine receptors every single day. So how the hell was I actually going to feel motivated? As I started reflecting on this, I started to notice a pattern with my motivation. I looked at the days where I actually produced videos for my YouTube channel, and it was always on the days I worked. It seems so unusual because this seems contrary to our understanding of productivity and motivation. Why was it that when I worked the 12-hour shift at the hospital, I always got new ideas and I always felt motivated to produce a video afterwards? But when I had my days off, I didn't want to do shit. That's the crazy thing about this feeling. To get it, you need to move and start. You need to build momentum and the flow state per se. So then I started making changes in my days off too. No phone first thing in the morning. I would just start my day with my morning routine. And this was kind of cool because it led to momentum regularly, and it regularly led to motivation, which helped me produce more videos and helped me take care of my business. But you see, unfortunately, this only lasts a few weeks to a month too. And let me show you why. So as we now know, action creates motivation. For example, you go to the gym, start moving, and once you're done, you feel better and you want to do more. So essentially, the lesson is you don't get motivated and then act. You act and then motivation just follows. And when I made this small change of just getting up and getting started with my morning routine with no phone, this would energize me like never before. I would feel more clear, more energized, more confident. And that's when I realized this critical point. Motivation isn't going to have your back, action is. But unfortunately, action has a limit as well. And this is where we get stuck months after making this discovery about action and motivation. You see, everyone online worships discipline like it's the end-all be-all. Just be more disciplined. Just do it even when you don't feel like it. And that advice actually sounds pretty good, and it's actually better than the alternative of waiting for motivation. But here's the lesson that I learned the hard way through experience over the last few months. You cannot brute force your way throughout life every single day. Think about it. Day after day, you can't rely on discipline every time. This shit is expensive. Just doing things day in, day out, even when you don't feel like it, just sounds like a lot of energy. It literally requires constant willpower. And unfortunately for us, our willpower is limited. You can go a day, 2 days, 2 weeks, and even 2 months on willpower alone. But if you rely on this willpower/discipline thing for everything, you will burn the out, which is exactly what happened to me. And that is when I discovered something even better than motivation and discipline. And that something is building systems tailored to your unique life. What the fuck does that even mean? Systems tailored to your life? You always hear individuals online talking about building systems for your business, school, your personal habits, but no one tells you what the heck that actually means and how to build one for yourself. This is where I got your back, bro. First, let's just talk about what is a system. Systems don't rely on feelings. Systems don't rely on motivation. Systems don't rely on willpower. Systems essentially reduce friction for you. So in the broad scheme of things, as we discussed, motion gets you started, discipline keeps you relatively consistent, but it is systems that keep you moving effortlessly in a sustainable manner. So now you know the overview of these concepts, and let me give you an example with all of these concepts included. Think about this and visualize it for yourself. You get up first thing in the morning, you grab your phone, you turn off the alarm, and then you start responding to your messages. The only thing that can get you out of bed now is motivation, and this could come from being late to work or just looking at a reel from David Goggins telling you you're a bitch and you need to get out of bed. So as you can see, this motivation is the lowest tier for getting you out of bed. Let's go to tier number 2 now, which is a discipline example. So let's talk about this example again. You wake up in the morning, you grab your phone, you turn off your alarm clock, and you resist the feeling of looking at your messages. Instead, you fight it and you just go straight to the washroom, start your morning routine, get ready for work, gym, school, whatever it is. This creates momentum for you and you carry on with your days and you do things sometimes feeling good and other times just doing them, even resisting your feelings, just because you're disciplined and you have to take care of business. Now, as you can see, you still have to resist something first thing in the morning here, which was your feeling of wanting to look at your messages. And then later on throughout the day, you had to resist some other barriers as well, and because of willpower, you just kept going through. So as you can see, there's a theme here. Over time, your willpower is a limited resource, it will be depleted, and you won't be able to consistently do the habits you want to do for the rest of your life. Now, let's look at the last scenario here with a system in place. So now, in this last scenario, you notice something, you reflect a little bit. You notice that your phone is a barrier and it's leading to some kind of resistance to movement in the morning. So you think to yourself, why don't you just remove this resistance and this barrier first thing in the morning so you can get started with your morning routine? So then you start to think, how can you actually make this change? And you got it. Putting your phone at the end of the room so you have to get up first thing to actually go turn off your alarm, or removing it all together and just getting yourself a new alarm clock. But let's just keep it simple because in today's world, we all love convenience. So we decide to just put the phone at the end of the room where you have to physically get up to turn off the alarm. So now in this scenario, as you can see, the next morning you wake up to the alarm clock, but you have to get out of bed to actually turn it off. So that motion is creating momentum now and it's getting you started. So the next morning starts now, your phone's ringing because of alarm clock, and you physically get up and go and turn off your phone. But at this moment, you're already got up. You got momentum building, you got some motivation. So as you can see, the first example of motivation had a lot of limits. The second example of discipline had the willpower limit, but the third example of systems don't have a limit. This is what systems mean, entering that flow state with little to no resistance. Now, you might be thinking, what about the rest of the day? This was just the morning. And that's a great question, my friend. This is where reflection becomes the foundation to the systems you build for yourself. For instance, with the previous example, yes, you got out of bed, you started your morning routine, but now you have to decide on what to wear. And that requires energy. That means resistance and barrier on deciding what to wear as well. So you reflect on this a little bit and you recognize that it's better to just lay your clothes out the night before. So you end up laying your clothes out the night before and this barrier is gone too. No more relying on willpower, no more energy wasting in the morning. You fixed another barrier in your life. Now you get the picture of what a system means. But let me explain a very critical and foundational aspect of these systems that will keep them sustainable for you. The key here is you. No one else but you. What you like, what you dislike. It's unique to you. It's literally the culmination of your personality, your lived experiences, your life in general. So learn to tailor the process to you. So let me give you an example here as well. I myself am not a foodie, so I don't really care about what I eat in the morning. So I end up eating the same shit because it requires less resistance for me. But you might be a foodie. You might actually love eating a variety of different meals for breakfast every morning. And you might even love the process of just cooking breakfast in the morning and doing that because it just makes you happy. So for me, the night before decision for breakfast is very simple. I'm just gonna eat the same shit. But you can can't do the same. So how do you reduce the friction for yourself? Because at the end of the day, if you follow my routine, you will be miserable. So you have to reduce the friction for yourself. So you need to reflect on this a little bit and decide what to eat for breakfast the night before and not the day of, so you can actually enjoy cooking it without thinking too much. The reason behind this is much deeper than just tailoring this to a life you enjoy. Fun, happiness, that's all it comes down to at the end of the day. Unfortunately, I've heard this in my life multiple times by friends, families, colleagues, and others that we're adults now. We don't get to enjoy the things we once enjoyed. We have to pay our bills. We have to do things we don't like. And I get it. Life can be tough. But I want to ask you one thing. Why? Why are you so ready to kill your inner child? I've lost a lot in my life as well. I've hit rock bottom a year and a half ago. But I realized one thing. Life just keeps going. It doesn't give a shit about you. Either you begin to just live and enjoy yourself, or you kill your inner child and yourself way before you die physically. Our problems are nothing in this universe if we think about it. Yes, they're very unique to us. Yes, they are problems, but at the end of the day, in grand scheme of things, they don't really matter. So why are we ready to kill our inner child so prematurely? Why are we not ready to enjoy the little things in life, even though life can be rough? The foundational aspect of living and enjoying life isn't money, is not being free from bills. It's being able to enjoy yourself as the inner child you once were. You see, there's a reason why that 50-year-old uncle you have still plays basketball. Or there's a reason why I watch Family Guy as a 30-year-old man still. These things kind of keep our inner child alive, and they're fun. And they remind us of when we were kids and how much fun that used to be. So if your system requires to cook first thing in the morning because you used to do that with your grandmother as a kid, do it and make it fun as well. So the biggest lesson here is to take control and empower yourself to find ways to keep your inner child alive amidst these bills, amidst having all these responsibilities, just because that's life. That's how you can live. At the end of the day, my system will not work for you, but I have shown you how you can make your own system unique to you. You will finally learn to love the process like I do now once you start making these small changes in your routine and tailoring it to you, and then building the life you want to build in the future. So remember this at the end of the day. Waiting for motivation, use small actions, reflect on those actions, and then build systems that are tailored to you. And this will help you build a life for yourself that doesn't require you to be motivated or disciplined every day, because you already got the frictionless system. So, what is the first change you are going to make in your system today? Comment in the comment section below. And don't forget, let's continue to grow together.